Hi, you want to see how I made raspberry vinaigrette without the oil? Can you call it a vinaigrette if it doesn't have oil? I have no idea. You tell me in the comments below. The strawberries are in season right now. It's mid-April in Texas and strawberries are on sale, and I couldn't help myself. I stocked up on organic strawberries last week and we have just been making little piglets of ourselves. And you know that salad that's always at potlucks? I never make it at home for myself, but it's always at the potlucks. That one that's made with baby spinach and sliced red onions and slivered almonds and the sliced strawberries. You know the one? And there's always that raspberry vinaigrette dressing on top. I was having a craving for that, and I said, I've got to figure out how to make raspberry vinaigrette without all that oil. And I think I figured that out. The trick is with replacing the oil with ground flaxseed and water. You know, like we do to make an egg, we'll do the same thing and use the same amount of ground flaxseed and water as you would the oil. So in this recipe, I'll show you that I used, if I don't have time to say it when the recipe starts going, I'm going to tell you right now. The original recipe called for 3/4 cup of oil. So I just used, you know, the equivalent to make 3 eggs. You know what I'm saying? You get my thinking? You know, to make an egg, we usually measure about a 1/4 cup of that liquid to equal that egg. So I figured, well, a 1/4 cup of ground flaxseed and water would be, you know, the same trade-off, right? So I went with 3 tablespoons of ground flaxseed and then 9 tablespoons of water, and then I let that set aside and get all gelatinous, and then I use that as my oil substitute. You with me? You get me? Hello? Okay, so let's get started with a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar and a 1/4 cup of water mixed together, and then 1 teaspoon of salt. I start out with 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. Pay no attention to my agave nectar bottle. I just like the bottle. I don't actually use it. 2 leaves of basil, and then a 1/2 cup of thawed raspberries. Try not to spill them. Okay, and then I ran that through the blender and whip that up until it was totally smooth. And of course, I've got a Vitamix, so the Vitamix totally obliterates the little seeds in the raspberries and to make it a completely smooth sauce. Next, I've got my flaxseed, my gelatinous flaxseed. So this was 3 tablespoons of ground flaxseed and 9 tablespoons of water, which is really a 1/2 cup of water plus 1 tablespoon. Anyways, and then I added that to the blender, whipped that up, and I made sure it was totally blended. I mean, that's the one thing. Okay, and then I tasted it, and I realized those raspberries were really tart, and I wasn't getting that sweet, you know, sour ratio that I wanted. I was getting too much sour, so I just kept adding maple syrup until it tasted like I wanted it to taste. And so I think I added like another tablespoon's worth. And there you go. Made just about 2 cups. Oh, yeah, there you see. Look, almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. Oh, right there. 2 cups of raspberry dressing. Totally delicious. Look at this. Look how fancy. I got all fancy with the salad. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so good. And I tell you what, I did not put enough onions in that salad. I just kind of went all light. But once I started chowing down, I wanted like a big chunk of onion to go with that raspberry dressing. It was so good. And the strawberries and the spinach and the almonds. Oh, you want a bite? So good. Okay, I want you to give this a try. Let me know what you think. Tell me how much maple syrup you end up using, and how it turns out for you. Okay, and if you tweak it, I want to know what you did to tweak it, because this is really the first time I've ever attempted making a raspberry dressing, and there's always room for improvement, right? All right, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all have fun. Bye.